everyone. This is going to be a RuneScape Beginners 1 to 99 skill guide, as well as tips and tricks for those that may be brand new to the game, are trying to get into it, have started, but are not completely familiar with what's going on. The Runewiki. This is a site that can give you any information as far as training guides, places to figure out where you're supposed to go, quests, looking up weapons, looking up armor and the correct monsters to kill at what level, spells. First off, we are going to cover combat and revolution. And what this is for those that are not familiar, the combat system works, especially with like the new revolution, is your abilities are put on a revolution bar, and those are automatically triggered and used as needed, and in order to access that from the mobile client, in this case, you are to tap the house icon, which will be in the top left of your screen. Next, you tap on the drop-down menu, which is located in the top left corner of that screen. And once you get into the settings tab, select the Revolution Combat mode. And now you will see the icon in the top left, which is the house icon that I was referring to earlier. You will tap on that and the settings menu will come up. From there, you select combat mode, and as you can see, the revolution combat mode is selected, and that's the mode that I was talking to you about earlier. The others were full manual, where you have most of it being revolution, and then the selections of the abilities that aren't highlighted, you manually have to push on your keyboard. And legacy is one that does not use abilities, and you are able to have it where you attack and the monster attacks. And now, as far as the action bar is concerned and the available slots, you'll have between 1 to 14 to use as you may. Some people use 3, some people use 7, some people use all 14. It just depends on what you're doing, the style, the monster, the boss that you're killing, so on and so forth. And these abilities are put into categories such as basic, enhanced, threshold, and ultimate. This is a magic revolution bar, and when you see in the Runewiki, or if you're looking online and people refer to or say Revo plus, they're just talking about the revolution, and whether with this this view you're able to see this is the powers interface. You're able to situate which of the combat modes that you want to put on your action bar. And then as far as the main action bar and revolution action bar, you want those the same number or the same keybind in order for them to completely work. And at the top you can see melee, ranged, magic, necromancy, defense, and prayers. Necromancy is a member skill, but with this in mind, you would be able to see the abilities. We are going to go into the types of skills. There's going to be combat skills, there's going to be gathering skills, and there's going to be artisan skills. And now we are going to dive into the combat skills. The first we're going to look at is melee or attack. This is using swords, maces, daggers, and this is a list of the melee abilities starting from the lowest level all the way to the highest. And low level doesn't necessarily mean poor or weak, but it all mixes up depending on the action bar you're using. We're going to look at armor now. The numbers indicated are the level of defense you need to wear each type of armor. Levels 1 through 10 are bronze. Levels 10 through 20, iron. Levels 20 through 30, steel. Levels 30 through 40, mithril. Levels 40 through 50, adamant. And levels 50 to 99 and plus are rune. Weaponry is the same way. The numbers indicated is the level of attack that you need in order to use each level of weaponry. 1 to 10 bronze, 10 to 20 iron, 20 to 30 steel, 30 to 40 mithril, 40 to 50 adamant, 50 to 99 plus rune. This is now a list of the monsters that you can train on, and these are listed but not limited to 1 to 10 trolls, 10 to 20 minotaurs, 30 to 40 hobgoblins, 40 to 70 hill giants / moss giants, depending on how comfortable you are with each one, and 70 to 99 plus ice giants. Now we're going to move on to magic. As before, these are the magic abilities starting with the lowest level to the highest level as far as being able to use. Again, lower level abilities don't exactly mean weak. Like I said before, they intertwine with different effective action bars. Here's the weapons to use for magic. Levels 1 to 5, unlimited rune staff. 5 to 20, elemental mind spikes. 20 to 30, spider wand / orb. Levels 30 to 40, batwing book / orb. Levels 40 to 50, We'll now move to the magic armor. Levels 1 to 20, wizard robes. 20 to 30, batwing robes. 30 to 50, split bark robes. And 50 to 99 plus, mystic robes. We'll now see the monsters to train on for magic. Levels 1 to 10, you cast air strike on trolls. 10 to 17, cast water strike on Alcarid warriors. 17 to 23, you cast airbolt on hobgoblins. 23 to 35, you cast airbolt on hobgoblins. 35 to 41, cast firebolt on ice warriors. 41 to 70, cast air blast on hill giants. And 70 to 99 plus, cast air blast on greater demons. Now we will move on to ranged. Here are the list of the ranged abilities from lowest level to highest. And again, it's the same as before. Lower level doesn't necessarily mean terrible, and they can be jumbled up and arranged as needed. Here's the weaponry for ranged. Levels 1 to 10, regular short bow. 10 to 20, oak shield bow. 20 to 30, willow shield bow. 30 to 40, maple shield bow. 40 to 50, yew shield bow. 50 to 99 plus, a magic shield bow. The armor that you will use for ranged, levels 1 to 10, regular leather. 10 to 20, hard leather. 20 to 30, studded leather. 30 to 40 Camperess, 40 to 50 green dragon hide or green D hide, and 50 to 99 plus blue dragon hide or blue D hide. The monsters that you are to train on, but you're not limited to: levels 1 to 10 trolls, 10 to 20 warped bats, 20 to 30 dark wizards, 30 to 50 flesh crawlers, 50 to 70 lesser demons, and 70 to 99 plus lesser/greater demons. Now we are going to move on to prayer. And with this skill, it's pretty interesting because despite the training methods, you use prayer for combat and also skilling depending on what you're going for. But as far as it being free to play, it's pretty much combat specific. From 1 to 99, you will bury a total of 51,742 dragon bones. And with this, dragon bones are the highest level bones that free-to-play can bury. You're more than welcome to continue with big bones, regular bones, so on and so forth. But as far as getting there quickly, this is that route. Now we're going to move on to everyone's favorite skills, the gathering skills. First, we're going to look at mining and how that is done and all that that entails. Before we begin the leveling order and whatnot, I wanted to let those of you that may have played Runescape 3 before, they have changed the mining mechanics and the smithing mechanics, and with that, as you can see in the background, there's a bar in front of the avatar's head, and instead of getting 1 ore per rock, there's an adrenaline bar as well as a progress bar, and the blue bar is the progress bar. Once that's filled, you get an ore, and you can either be AFK or active, and it just depends on how you want to play that, and that just depends on how much you get because of the bar not filling up as quickly and so on. So getting back to the leveling guide for mining, we'll start with the level that you need in order to use each of these pickaxes. The first will be the bronze at level 1, 10 iron pickaxe 1, 20 steel pickaxe 1, 30 mithril pickaxe 2, 40 adamant pickaxe 4, and 50 rune pickaxe 4. And you may have noticed the numbers next to from iron on down. You can now upgrade using more bars, and they make it more effective for, well, with the skilling, collecting resources, and you can also do that with weapons as well. Specific weapons, depending on if they can be smithed or not. Now move on to the ore that you're to mine. Levels 1 through 10, copper and tin. 10 to 20, iron. 20 to 30, coal. 30 to 40, mithril. 40 to 50, adamant/luminite. And 50 to 99 plus runite. And like I said, you can earn more, or you can gain more materials as needed. It's just this is the way to get to 99 plus. The next we'll move on to one of the most nostalgic of the skills in RuneScape, which is woodcutting. Here are witch hatchets you should use at your current woodcutting level. 1 to 10 bronze hatchet, 10 to 20 iron hatchet, 20 to 30 steel hatchet, 30 to 40 mithril hatchet, 40 to 50 adamant hatchet, and 50 to 99 plus a rune hatchet. Here is the leveling for which logs to cut and at what level. 1 to 15 normal logs, 15 to 30 oak logs, 30 to 40 teak logs, 40 to 50 maple logs, 50 to 70 acacia logs, and 70 to 99 plus yew logs. We'll now move on to fishing. Fishing for free-to-play is pretty simplistic. You will need a crayfish cage and a fly fishing rod, as well as feathers. From 1 to 20, you will catch crayfish with a crayfish cage, and 20 to 99, you will be fly fishing with a fly fishing rod as well as feathers. Now we will move on to the artisan skills. First we will be working with is smithing, and this goes along with the mining skill. To begin this, you will start by doing the Ninth Sword quest, and after the completion of this quest, which is super simple, it is a novice, very easy quest that shouldn't take you too long. You'll get a lamp that will get you from 1 to 29, and then from that point on, from 29 to 30, you'll make 18 bronze plate bodies, then 30 to 40, 65 iron plate bodies plus 1, 40 to 50, 171 steel plate bodies plus 1, 50 to 60, 144 mithril plate bodies plus 2, 60 to 70, 273 adamant plate bodies plus 1, 70 to 99, 2,562 rune plate bodies plus 3. Now we will move on to firemaking. We'll start by burning regular logs at level 1 and finishing at 15. 15 to 30 oak logs, 30 to 45 willow logs, 45 to 60 maple logs, 60 to 75 yew logs, and 75 to 99 plus magic logs. Now we will move on to fletching. We'll start by fletching headless arrows from 1 to 25, 25 to 35 oak shield bows, 35 to 40 willow short bows, 40 to 50 willow shield bows, 50 to 55 maple short bows, 55 to 65 maple shield bows, 65 to 70 yew short bows, 55 to 65 maple shield bows, 65 to 70 yew short bows, 70 to 80 yew shield bows, 80 to 85 magic short bows, and finally 85 to 99 plus magic shield bows. We'll now move on to the cooking skill. We'll start by cooking crayfish from levels 1 to 20, 20 to 35, trout and salmon, 35 to 40, tuna, 40 to 45, lobster, and finally 45 to 99 plus, swordfish. We'll now move on to the rune crafting skill. With the rune crafting skill, you may see that I don't have anything listed as far as the altar runs. The reason this is the case is with it being free to play, Runespan, which is it's an activity where you chip off essence and then you siphon it from other creatures. With the Runespan, you have the lower level, which is levels 1 to 33. Levels 33 to 66 are the medium, and the 66 to 99 is the high-tiered level, but in this case, free-to-play are only able to access up to the medium. So therefore, levels 1 to 3, you'll be training in the lower level, and the rest of your training, the 33 to 99 plus, will be in the medium level of the Runespan. Now we will look at the crafting skill and what it has to offer. This skill is by far the quickest, but it is also very expensive depending on if you can find a profit margin for the gems that you purchase and sell. You'll start with level 1 to 22, spinning 375 flax, and that can be either picked or purchased from the Grand Exchange. Continuing on, levels 22 to 27, you'll cut 83 uncut sapphires. 27 to 34, you'll cut 156 uncut emeralds. 34 to 43, you'll cut 355 uncut rubies. And finally, at 43, you will cut 783 uncut diamonds from that level all the way to 99 plus.